The end isn't the end. For this series, at least. It's merely the beginning. Welcome back to Final Fantasy VII. That's right. Here we are. The final part of the PS1 Final Fantasy VII Let's Play. That's right. It is the first step in the whole grand series. I kind of outlined it in the first episode, but we'll be going through all of the easily accessible games in the FF7 compilation, starting with the original, including, of course, games like Dirge and Crisis Core, as well as the remake trilogy. Alongside that, I try to put in the extra information and other things and adaptations from the movie they did to all that stuff and the mobile offerings. But it feels crazy that we're already here at the end of the first part. This is the bedrock upon everything else that is built on it, is the important, crucial piece. And here we are. With episode 32, we're pretty much done. So, plans for this episode. I'm going to show up the two optional bosses that I have yet to defeat, and you'll see me die to them because, oh my god, the amount of preparation and work to do that is just, it's not happening. I do not have the luxury of that time to do that, to build up for what would account for the runtime of half a video. To get like Knights of the Round, Chocobo breeding, materia grinding. I've done a lot of work on this Let's Play in general. As is. I think we're probably good here. And there's millions of people, I feel like, or hundreds of thousands of YouTubers, I imagine, that have like thrown out here's my mime, the broken setup to take down Ruby and Emerald weapon. So I was like, I don't need to add anything here. You want this, alongside being a retrospective series, Let's Plays core to me are just giving you my experience, which is kind of what happens. I tend to be a little bit stronger than the average you expect to be in the game, where we do some fringe strategies. I find some stuff I like, which is big damage. Big damage, big damage, big damage, and we go. I try to be somewhat thorough, especially when it comes to story stuff. Speaking of, we are in Nibelheim. Because I wanted to get everyone's final limit break when I thought I was going to do the weapons. Still, I looked up what you have to do for it. I went, oh my god, I'm bad. I can't do that. And when you go to unlock Tifa's ultimate limit break, to do it, you have to play the main theme of FF7 on the piano. And if you do that, she's like, ooh, I remember this, and then wedged in between the piano keys is a note. I didn't know this existed, and I made sure to get a screenshot of every piece of dialogue. I made sure to basically not read them, because I was like 3 hours removed from a save and went, uh-oh, I can't roll back. I'm not losing this. So, I've thankfully screenshotted all of them so we can dig into them here. Dear Tifa, what on earth is going on in this village? Was it all an illusion? A dream? No, it can't have been. I remember it so clearly. How I struggled to save those spared from the flames. But I hadn't the strength, consumed with rage. I made for the reactor, hoping I could put an end to Sephiroth. But he was nowhere to be seen. Instead, I found you, Tifa, laid out on the floor in the depths of the reactor. I decided it was more important to save you than go after Sephiroth. There were others inside the reactor too, others who were still breathing. But you were the only one I could rescue on my own. I also apologize for, in the third line of text, double spacing after out. I'm sorry, it my bad, it bothered me a little bit. Shinra troops were just arriving as I made my way out of the reactor. I remember the man in charge. A scientist named Hojo. He ordered the troopers to gather every last person who was still remotely alive. He was planning to use them in an experiment. What kind of experiment, I have no idea, but I wasn't about to hand over my precious pupil. Carrying you on my back, I descended the mountain and left the village. I had to use Cure on you multiple times throughout the journey. It was a long way to Midgar, where I hoped to find a doctor who could save you. I have no love for that city. But I knew healing spells would only keep you alive so long. I like that he's just now confirming that's how that shit works, by the way. That's making me go crazy. Like, oh man, that's okay. Like, curing, like, helps you, but when your intestinal damage needs a doctor, basically. Arriving in Midgar, I left you in the hands of a doctor I trusted, and once again resumed my travels. I worried about you, of course, but I've never been one to settle down for long. I hope you managed to make a full recovery, and that life is treating you well these days. How many years has it been since then? I decided to drop by Nibelheim on a whim, and frankly couldn't believe my eyes. The whole village is back to how it was. Aside from those strange people in black milling around everywhere. It all reeks of Shinra, if you ask me. But I've no intention to stay and snoop around. Some might say I'm running away, but I simply can't go getting involved with Shinra anymore. I'm afraid that's all the time I've got, Tifa. I need to get going before the people living in this house return. I have no doubt you'll manage to find this letter, so I've decided to enclose a little gift as well. I'm sure you'll find it useful. I'd have liked to deliver it in person, but it's difficult letting people see me in my old age. I can barely even jump now. I hope for my sake you'll continue to hone the techniques I taught you. You will forever be my most precious pupil. Sincerely, Zangan. And that is one thing that I wasn't fully aware of. You know, you fill in the gaps of a story yourself of, she eventually gets out of there and ends up in Midgar or whatever. But getting the context of Zangan, like, grabbing her and desperately pushing through and getting her back to Midgar so she could get a doctor and she could get her wounds treated. And you kind of see also what happens to him, because he's an active, strong guy, and then you get the full context. And all of this as a way for you to get Final Heaven, her final limit break. Very cool. I love every part of that. So, with that all done, and with that little gap played in, I just like how well considered a lot of this is, and I've really appreciated reading the Shinra archaeology English patch that was made for this. It just did a very good job. Alright, so the initial plan was to show you my attempts of both Ruby Weapon and Emerald Weapon. I actually had some hope that I could clear the Emerald Weapon fight. We were kind of just regularly doing damage, and once you clear out the 4 nodes, it becomes a bit more reasonable. Also, ATB games like this, annoying as hell when you don't even know the meter of the enemy, so it just becomes this thing of, I queued in a move, and then you wait 3 minutes before it to come out, where you just start going, you start questioning whether you clicked it. Like, I popped a Mega Elixir in my attempt at that fight that was over 10 minutes, and going, when's it coming out? I think it took over 2 minutes. Doesn't help that everything animates too long, but sometimes that gets scary. I get fearful. Didn't go well. Lost as expected. Emerald Weapon has 1,000,000 HP. Ruby Weapon has 800,000, but it's even more vicious. But to get over to it, I have to like touch its tentacle in the desert, and I can't land on that with a high wind. And I need to get a chocobo, and I'm gonna be honest, I just don't care. I don't care enough to go get a chocobo. So the plan now is simple. End the game. The ending's got a lot of hype and a lot of things going on in it, so we should hit it up now. Alright, I'm gonna get to the bottom of the northern cave and share with you my setup. Also, you get to see what I was attempting those super bosses with. Anyway, let's do it. Alright, I climbed all the way back down to the northern crater / northern cave / northern cavity in this translation. And here we are. Feels great. Well, I'll show you my setup. So first up, equipment. We've got Ultimate Weapon, Mystery, Mystere, I don't know how you pronounce it, and a ribbon. Ribbon to make it so that we are immune to all status effects. This has insane amounts of magic and physical evasion, which will make it really useful against damaging spells. You can even dodge like ultimas when you have these. For Vincent, we have Death Penalty, which is his ultimate weapon. A Fortitude Ring to make him a bit bulkier because he's not going to have a good evasion. And Imperial Guard, which seems to be one of the better defensive pieces of armor I could get him. Sid's got Venus Gospel, which is his ultimate weapon. Peace Ring to avoid Confused, Berserk Fury, and Sedate, because if I remember correctly, like most Final Fantasy final bosses in this era, they have a Grand Cross equivalent move that just hits you really hard and then throws 5 different status effects on you to make you lose. And of course, I had another copy of this armor for great dodging. So that's what we got on our main guys. The game's going to expect you to, at least at my level, to build multiple teams, but so long as we do well with the first team, we don't have to worry about them, so we won't. This is what I've decided. I thought Vincent is cool as hell. Sid has been very useful to us ever since we got him. So here's our materia setup. Added effect for poison with Poison Touch on hits, MP Turbo on Comet, which means when we use Meteor, we can do way more with it. Then we've got Chain Attack with Cover. That doesn't really matter. Cover has a 100% rate, so we'll be able to defend people with Cloud. Cloud gets to build his limit break gauge there, which works out for any single target stuff. Spread attacks, he won't be able to cover everyone on. Chain Attack has been upgraded, because I got at least 2 stars on it, to Flurry, which makes it go from double cut to quad cut. So when you do a physical attack, you proceed to hit them 3 more times. Counter, to just counter the enemy. HP up, to bulk up the HP by about 50%. Then we've got Elemental set to Bahamut Arisen. I assume this just gives me way more defenses against non-elemental magic damage. Then we have MP Absorption set to Phoenix, so if I ever summon Phoenix, I'll be able to get a little bit of MP back that way. And Magic Counter, which counters with a linked magic when damage is taken, that I've tied to Ultima. So it's like, oh man, you hit me. Well, I guess I'm gonna throw out one of the most powerful spells in my arsenal. Next up, we got Vincent. He has added effect Poison as well as Magnify Subversion to be able to dispel if the enemy tries to put up a mana wall or anything to try and down damage. We can crack it open with this. Then we have Magnify for Renewal, which is full cure. It's the only thing it has. We can pop this and it's a full heal for everybody. HP Absorption set to Comet. This is just a filler. I was just like, give him a decent spell and he can get some HP back off of it. HP up for him, giving him 50% more. We got a maxed out Fire, maxed out Lightning, maxed out Ice. Enemy skill, which is about as filled as I cared to do, which I think is pretty good. I think this is fine. We ended up on what? 11, 14, 16. 16 of these damn different abilities. I even got shit that doesn't even matter, like Pandora's Box. And we have W Magic, which is double casting. So Vince will be able to shoot out, say, 2 comets in a row. Get a lot of HP out of that. Be able to do double cast Byoga, Firaga, Thundaga, or Blizzaga. So very, very good. And closing it out with Sid, which is Magnify Fire, Magnify Ice, followed up with a Revival and a Cleansing, as well as 1 HP up. I didn't feel like training these up to get them even more HP, because I only had 2 maxed out HPs. And then we've got this Luck up to increase his crit rate. Then we have Elemental set to Bahamut type 0 for that non-elemental damage mitt, as well as Hades and another HP up. I forgot that I put 2 of these on here. The things we do for stats. Then W Summon, which lets us summon 2 times in a row, so we can double summon Bahamut type 0 for double Terra Flares. And Enemy Skill. for, of course, all the things we usually use enemy skill for, like Mighty Guard, White Wind, the big attack spells, or even maybe a Magic Hammer if I want to deduct some MP from my target. That basically never comes up, especially when I'm this fucking strong at this point. But it is what it is. I played this game for a while. Definitely not 80 hours. Turbo speeds that clock up. But I have put in an insane amount. I'm just not of the energy to put it all in to have that perfect game or that 100%. But I think we've shown a little bit of everything this game has to offer. Now then, let's move on to the end game, because this is pretty much ready to go. And Cloud already has a limit break ready. We're going to hit the ground running. So, without further ado, it's time. Let's mosey. Damn it, not again. What is with you and that wimpy-ass catchphrase? Give us something with more gusto. Something like, I don't know, move out. Let's move out. See, that's much better. The hell? There's hundreds of them. Shit, they're coming full force. You better go, Cloud. We'll be right behind you. No, I'll stay and fight. Don't be a dumbass. We'll be too slow altogether. Barrett's right, Cloud. Take 2 people and head down first. The rest will catch up. They've been like a warm-up before the real thing. That's one hell of a warm-up. I don't mind. Sounds funner than fighting Sephiroth down there. There are worse ways to pass the time. They're almost here. I see them on the floor above us. Hurry and pick, Cloud. And we picked. Sid, Vincent, let's go. All right, you guys. Later. Yeah, later. Let's go. It's not the easiest way down. Uh-oh. Looks like some monster broke through. It's fine, let's just deal with some garbage. There we go. Yo, Bahamut Arisen, good to see that you're getting a little bit of last-minute rank ups. Look at you, dude. They're still coming after us. An Iron Giant. Well, I see no better way to test this out. You know what? No. No, we gotta save this. Save it for something plot relevant. Adrenaline rush. Dude's going crazy. Grand Glaive. Yeah, not particularly impressive. So I thought I was using double magic on Sid earlier. Turns out, no, not at all. Or I thought I was doing it on Vincent when I was just selecting a move for Sid. There we go. Still kicking. It's so funny the amount of moves Cloud can do. I was like, oh, well, Cloud's moving, so it's not his turn, not realizing he's using a physical counterattack and then going into an ultimate counterattack. He's so stacked! I built a little demon. My son's out of control. Oh, man. We're closing in. Oh, God, another one of these. Get a new bit. Oh, that's just... I'm fucking great, man. I was excited. I was excited to use my limit break. And now I'm throwing Phoenix Downs at people who are alive. I was so excited to pop off, and this fucker gets to go fucking first, and now we're doomed. I don't even care anymore. Fucking let the planet die. Alright, well, you're getting the business. W summon? Sure. We're gonna give this asshole everything. I'm not giving you the luxury of the Terra Flares. We're cutting them out. I'm gonna be honest, this thing didn't live past the first one. I cast 2, and I was kind of shocked it died immediately. Finally, we can continue moving toward that stage from Smash Brothers. So people are gonna be like, oh, this is the yeah. Thing I've seen before. I'm sure there's some portion of the audience, of the very incredibly small audience, from if my views have anything to go by. I'm sure there's some part of this audience that came in going, I've never actually seen all of the original FF7 or played it, so I'm here. I really shouldn't be looking at these views. How'd we drop under 200? Nah, it's okay. They'll come back when the game's age isn't like. Isn't over 25. Sometimes you do things for the love of the game. That said, man, I'm sure I've worked pretty hard for such low amounts. No. Don't trust past 10 p.m. brain, ladies and gentlemen. It's dangerous. We're just popping these like candy. We're at the end of the game. We can do that. We have like 9 mega elixirs. Where are we? What on earth? Genova. Brace yourselves. No wonder you gave the Genova theme to the bad guys back there. You got yourself some new hotness. Alright, so we're gonna start with some basic stuff. Just gonna be slinging spells. Hitting with all of our nice, extra strong stuff. Yeah, let's heal. We're getting pretty low on health. What am I doing? Nice. I'll show you what I can do. 1, 2, 3, 4! Yeah! I love a job well done. Man, Vincent, you busted through to the 70s on this one. Whoa! So bright. That light. Is it holy? Gah! Ouch! Barrett? What the? Guess we all ended in the same place. He's here. Sephiroth. Ugh. Who knew the real Sephiroth would be this powerful? My body. It ain't listening to my brain. Whoa! My front legs, my back legs, my tail. Feel like they're gonna rip off. This is bad. He's in a whole different league. I don't know if I can take much more. Cloud. Cloud. Ugh. There. It's there. Cloud? Holy. Holy's there. It's shining. Aerith's prayer is shining. Holy. Aerith. This isn't over yet. We still have hope. And from here, we split our allies into 3 parties. The remaining parties will come in at any point, should we clear. I believe we also have an option mid-battle to change them up. We won't be, because I haven't really set them up. But it is an option for us. Let's go top ourselves off, though. Because, boy, do we need it. There we go. And sedate, so let's pop an adrenaline, and there we go. Ready. Alright, so if I was in this position, who would I set up with who? Well, I would point you, point man. And Red is here too because, you know, not to get Barrett kind of tight like that. And we got to put you somewhere. And we cannot put you on a two-man team. It would be disrespectful to Reeve. This leaves Girl Squad. They got this. Yuffie brings the speed, Tifa the power. Let's go, everyone! Ugh. Holy isn't just Aerith's prayer. It's all of ours. Avalanche, Marlene, Dyne, every last person on this planet. Aerith is here. We're all here. Even Cloud. There's still so much we can do. So no, I'm not giving up. Aerith's wish. Our wishes. We came to deliver them. So listen, O planet. and show us your answer. As for you, Sephiroth, it's time to settle this once and for all. Oh, man. This might be one of the most unappreciated boss themes, or themes in the game in general. Outshined by Genova and his other battle theme coming later. I've always loved this guy. So this is, I believe it's called Sephiroth Reborn. In the original release, it was called Bizarro Sephiroth. And honestly, it has all the tenets of a great big final fight in that it is a giant monster mash of a guy with weird limbs, wings, tentacles, and multiple heads and faces. It's really everything you come to expect. And multiple targets. Alright, some parts of it seem to be getting cleared up. Oh man, it's hitting us with the heavy gravity. Head part B died. Oh no. Poor guy. Alright, so it looks like a lot of parts of him are dying. Checking with a different party? Nah, we got this. Thanks for the support, friends, but we'll take it from here. Uh-oh, Quagga might get us. Okay. Only targeted on him, and he immediately dodged it like a boss. Cool. God, that drop, that like gap right before the music comes back in. So good. Alright, more magic nodes are out. He's only recently reborn. I guess it makes sense that he's taking a little bit to figure out what he wants to do. He's hitting us with a stigma. Whoa! Yo, the two people with magic evasion just did some miracles there. Hell yes, dude. Yeah, hit him where it hurts and ending with a cap. Okay, he's still kicking though. Nah, I think we'll be fine. I've cured off my poison, especially. Oh, damn, I just realized the Mighty Guard we don't even need it. See, I made the mistake of thinking that we needed it because the fight had been going on for a little bit, but so many of the things in Final Fantasy VII are very long canned animations. So despite the fact that a lot of time has passed, a lot of moves pause all timers. It makes it really the time dilation can be rough. It's most obvious with summons where they just rock and you can't do anything else. You're not allowed to do anything to anything until they're cleared. No idea if that was like a balance thing or if that just has to deal with maybe loading. That a lot of this fight is him standing there getting ready to do something while you kind of just watch him do it. It's like, okay, man, good for you. You got this. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I think one of the most fascinating aspects of Final Fantasy VII is the fact that so few things are actually talked about in the Great Zeitgeist. So you can get surprised by a lot of unique things throughout the game when you play it for the first time. Everybody always be talking about how, you know, Sephiroth kills Aerith, One-Winged Angel, Midgar, eco-terrorism. Then you miss out on all the other stuff that tends to come up with the game, you know. Everything going on with the whole Cloud Zack thing. The fact that you do not encounter Sephiroth until basically the end of the game or near its climax. I think that one's I think that's the coolest aspect, honestly. If I had to pick any of these that I felt that with, it's gotta be the fact that every appearance of Sephiroth that isn't that Nibelheim flashback, before that is Jenova doing all of that. It's so cool. Anyway, I think this guy's down for the count. That this is our first real encounter with him is so cool. Let's do this. It is one of our most iconic songs in our video game world. Let's do it. It's Safer Sephiroth. Or whatever name it gets localized to now. Not really sure. Alright, hit him with our best shot. Alright, we're gonna do Dispel. And, I guess a Firaga, sure. Unfortunately, he put up a wall just in time to cut this damage. Don't worry, there'll be more where that came from. Alright. Alright, let's White Wind. They've talked about how difficult it was to get this type of chorus to be on a PlayStation game like this with, like, their audio setup when composing. And just imagining this first time a lot of people were hearing vocals come out of games. There are plenty of other ones, like, you know, like the Tales of games had opened with, like, one back on Super Famicom and stuff. But man, just you were seeing some real innovations in, like, game audio here. Oh shit! I'm gonna be honest, I did not think we already killed. Did we? No, come back! No, come back! You gotta do your move! You gotta do that. Sephiroth, wait! Please don't go! You're supposed to do that thing where, you know, when all the math and stuff appears. You know, the supernova? Like, you gotta do the... Shit, man! No, don't leave, dude! It's the move! It does, like, status effects if you... damn. No! That was the final battle of Final Fantasy VII. He's dead. You could tell because that death animation was, like, 40 seconds long, like... Looks like we're clear. Like, Yuffie was so scared at how fast we fought that she passed out. We've done all we can. For sure, dude. Hold up. What about Holy? What's gonna happen to the planet? I'm not sure. I guess that's up to the planet. You're right. We did everything we could. Our part's done. We maybe did it too well. Are you kidding, man? He should have attacked faster. Alright. Alright, maybe I shouldn't have felt bad that the mana wall went up and I omni slashed him. Like, as it turns out, we'd have cleared that even faster. Leave all your fears and worries behind. We can go home with our heads held high. Something wrong? I could feel him. What are you? He's still here. Why is he? Cloud? Laughing? Cloud! Well, wait a minute. Wait, did I just not Omni Slash fast enough because I waited 1 second? No, you can't leave again! No, this is not working out. I didn't even do the thing. You know the thing that's in Smash Bros. Where you fuck, dude. I need my audience to understand. This isn't a bit on either of these. They programmed Final Sephiroth fight there to, I guess, not be able to kill you. And he'll just die on the next hit. But because I had a counter materia equipped, the life stream. I think I get it now. The planet's answer. The promised land. It's where we can meet again, I think. Yeah, let's go there. Oh, yeah. What about the others? Yo, over here! Looks like they're all safe. What a relief. I'll be damned. They made it back in one piece. Well, what the hell do we do next? Any minute now, Holy's gonna start working. And any minute now, it's gonna load past this screen. Or is it? The music's real bad here. So what do we think the odds are on this being broken? Oh, what are we thinking? Yeah, it did. It did in fact break at the end. Are you kidding? What has happened? Are you telling me that not allowing Sephiroth to use Supernova and not properly killing him, he has infected my game? Broken everything we can only see here? Inconceivable! There's only one way for us to proceed. I'm gonna have to do the nuclear option here. Alright, folks, we are back. That's right. I did the nuclear option. I picked up a version of this on YouTube of our translation. Thank you to YouTuber PH. I'll link their video in the description. But we made it. But what the hell do we do next? Any minute now, Holy's gonna start working. And when it does, this was we done for. Oh, Lady Luck, don't fail me now. What a perfect screen for my game to just lock up at the end. One final little screw you. Oh, we're falling. Now, I figured some things happened when the when the ending screen froze and we heard the music. Whoa! Thanks, guys. I think we're dead. I think we're going to die. Shit! I was just thinking about how I streamed Final Fantasy IX a few years ago and had to do this for that. Crazy. Sometimes some of these just have bad luck. It's gonna make me scared every time I beat an old game now. The flower lady? Oh, no. Well, good to know that they held her up in calm. Yeah, this place is done. Good thing Reeve had this place evacuated well in advance, because, oh, no. it's trying its best to block it out, but it's not working. Damn it! What's gonna happen to Midgar? Ain't there anything we can do? We've already evacuated everyone to the slums. But if Diz not let up... Holy must not have made it in time. The meteor's too close to the planet. At this rate, Holy'll just make things worse. Forget Midgar, the whole planet's in danger. Over there. And with that, ends Final Fantasy VII. In the end, Meteor was ultimately stopped, and, well, we did it. We seem to have saved the world. I gotta be honest here, in terms of finales I've done in my lifetime of YouTubing, this has to be the worst. I can't believe all of that happened at once! And I hate the fact that I had no control over any of them, like, on any level. Like, you could almost be like, oh, it's a bit that he overdid the Save for Sephiroth part. And then there's the genuine surprise on both, the second one even worse. Like, I was like, this is the worst it's ever been. Immediately followed up with the game hitching at the very first hitch I've had playing that across 3 discs. Crazy. But here we are, the end of the road. I really like FF7. I think it's one of the best because it has everything you kind of want in it. Systems that you can micromanage to an insane degree. Instead of a job system, it's just everything that you can do with materia. There's really good pacing to it. All the music is fantastic. There's a good level of progression with how you travel around by going from on foot to in the buggy on the Bronco and then into the proper airship. Really feels like you end up conquering the world. As the build up is really nice. And if you end up doing everything like me, you tend to get way more familiar with a lot of the locations, especially when you do Fort Condor way too many times. Story, really great. It's very, almost underrated in some ways, just because of the, the things that people don't talk about with regards to it, It's something I was talking a little bit about and was having a great conversation with until I accidentally killed our big bad guy. But it does feel good to be the end here. We of course got some interstitial stuff before we move on to our next thing, but I'll get that more figured out closer to when the next episode is meant to come out. I've had a great time. I thoroughly enjoyed going through this, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Of course, we do have one more post-credits tag, and we'll have to wait for the end of the credits for that one. Yeah, just in general, this has been quite the ride. I am still in shock at how stupid this last episode is, though, if I'm being real here. The shame that it's just like, okay, I guess we're gonna pull it up on YouTube. Because before I was like, okay, if I think this is funny in the edit, I will keep this attempt of me fighting where I don't do the big finish. I don't get Sephiroth's supernova attack to be shown, or I don't get the cool Omni Slash at the end. I instead do it early because I'm a greedy little hog and I'm too slow on when it was time to actually do it. But then when the game hitched, I went, oh, I can't. That's a bug. Like, like I don't know how I'm gonna like replay it then if that's so it's just a non-starter, and now here we are watching a YouTube video of someone who kindly uploaded a no commentary thing of the ending on the PC version with various mods. It definitely looks like sharper than mine because I of course did the PS1 version because I just wanted to get really dig into it, Shout out to Brady Games, by the way. But as we close out, 500 years later. They roam. They did say Nanaki / Red 13's people live a fairly long life. And they roar on above the ruins of Midgar, filled with overgrowth and birds. Beautiful way to close things out. And that's Final Fantasy VII. Damn! That's what we call a real mic job, don't we? And dude. And that's right, folks. That is right. Even here, I am still waiting for my ending to be produced. I'm just letting it ride. Is there even any audio playing? I don't think so. Wait, hold on. Hold on, listen to this. I can hear it. It sounds like the life stream's about to fight back on the meteor on this side. I guess it's hitched so hard and for such a long time, it just kind of broke fully. I'll never forget you. Picture of Red 13 frozen in time. But any minute now, it's gonna start working. Thank you for watching, everybody. You're going to get your usual end card, and I will see you next time. Oh, ew. It's making gross noise. We got to get out. All right. Bye. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, well, hit the button that says you liked it. Maybe drop a comment, perhaps subscribe if you haven't. New videos coming out every other day, except when I forget for an extended period because I have to remake the credits like now. You can join the Patreon, by the way. Patreon.com/KZExcellent. If you pledge, your name gets to be in the credits of every single one of these videos. And if you pledge 25 bucks or more, you get a special shout out like these people right now. Special shout outs go to Hero567890, David Gleberman, USDSD, Juicefrost, Chris C, and WTF Spider-Man. Alright, let's get out of here.